CPS, or Crown Prosecution Service. Some background information about the CPS is the CPS is a government department that prosecutes people in England and Wales who have been charged with a criminal offence. They are completely independent of the police, although they work closely with them. Until recently, the decision to charge detained persons was the role of the custody officer. Now, Crown prosecutors are responsible for deciding whether a person should be charged with a criminal offence, and if so, what that offence should be. If the case does not pass the evidential test, then it must not go ahead, no matter how important or serious it may be. There must be sufficient admissible evidence to provide a realistic prospect of conviction. A realistic prospect of conviction is an objective test, which means that a jury or bench of magistrates properly directed in accordance with the law is more likely than not to convict the defendant of the charge alleged. In other words, 51% prospect of conviction. A case might fail the evidential stage because simply there is not enough evidence, no witnesses, no DNA or other scientific evidence. Since the Criminal Justice Act 2003, the previous convictions or bad character of the defendant can be put before a jury in some circumstances. All these factors have to be weighed in the balance to establish not only how much evidence the prosecution have, but how probative it is. If the case does not meet the evidential test, then Crown prosecutors must go on to the second stage process, which is to decide whether a prosecution is needed in the public interest. As far as the second stage test is concerned, involving a consideration of the public, each case has to be judged on its own merits. Although the Code gives examples of factors which militate either in favour of a prosecution or against it, they are examples only and not all embracing. It is clear, however, that the more serious the offence, the more likely it is that a prosecution will be needed in the public interest. The Code for Crown Prosecutors sets out the basic principles to be followed by Crown prosecutors when they make case decisions. There are also many current cases that the Crown Prosecution Service have gotten involved with, and they can be researched online, on news websites, or watched during the news.